Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Eric. This is Phil.
Ho, 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 you holiday heathens.
'Twas the week before Christmas, and all in the land. I think we've got some bottles on the side of the couch, and that doesn't rhyme with land, but that's okay. We're gonna do something a little different this week. We're gonna do, you got a week before, kind of a week and a half before Christmas. A lot of parties are happening and stuff, and I know everybody, for the most part, got that whiskey lover in the family. So what we're gonna do, we've got 7 bottles. I think we brought.
Oh yeah.
We've got 7 bottles of
across the price range spectrum.
Very, very good spectrum. So I mean, we've got stuff is in the 20s. We've got stuff all the way up to about 150 ish.
150, 160 ish.
And every one of these bottles are parts of companies that you can get higher price varieties, right? So I mean, you can get every bottle we have down here that's hidden. We're gonna reveal them one by one. They all have different options. Like Brand X may have a $50 entry point. They also may have a $150 entry point, right? So you got a lot of variety.
It's not an entry point at 150.
No,
God, me.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean by entry point. Like, I mean, I'm talking about price point. I think I used poor choice of words with that one.
Yeah, you'll have a low end buy-in, and then you kind of have a more top shelf option.
Right. What you poured? What you poured for yourself?
Well, Eric, on the 10th day before Christmas, your cousin gave to me what was left of his Penelope Rio.
It's pretty good. It's not my favorite, but again,
I'm a big fan. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did.
As sought after as it is, I was hoping. I don't know what I was hoping. I just feel like it didn't live up to the hype for me.
I can see it being on a polarizing bottle. You don't want to. It's not one you're going to sit down and have 3 glasses of. It's almost like a rich dessert. Like once you've had a glass, you've kind of I've satiated my appetite. Let's move on. But if you're looking for that dessert, it's dessert in a bottle.
It very cinnamon toast crunchy, kind of like the barrel Amburana. I feel like it's more enhanced with this.
This is less spicy, lower proof than the Amburana,
and they're right in the same price point.
What are you drinking?
Well, I kind of figured you were going to be in an MGP mood today, so I'm
an MGP guy.
I went with Redemption rum cask finish. Longing for the summer days on the boat, thinking about rum, Jack Sparrow. Where's the rum?
Think about Jack Sparrow?
Where's the rum? No, I saw this. I saw this at Savannah. We were at Savannah a couple of weeks ago in Marrero, and I saw this on the shelf, and I'm like, man, like it just looks interesting, right? Because I've had Redemption before at other places, and it's been good. Obviously it's MGP sourced, but every Redemption I've had has been fairly good. But I picked this up and I tried it. I mean, I clearly liked it. I mean, it's mostly, I've put that dent in it. It hasn't been that long. So on the Savannah note, they are doing an allocation drop tomorrow, Saturday, but yeah, it's tomorrow.
It starts at 8?
8 o'clock. It's going 8 to 2. He's gonna have some bangers. It sounds like. So, go see Joe over at Savannah. He's real good. And again, I guess I'll stay on.
Store pick raffle. That's gonna be our giveaway.
Staying on Savannah here. We are going to do a bottle raffle. We're going to do a bottle giveaway. The rules are relatively simple, right? You got to subscribe to our page, which is pretty easy, or subscribe to the YouTube. Like this video, and then comment on the bottom, Old Soul. It's literally all it takes. So that's your entry point. And then next week on our actual Christmas episode, we'll do a live raffle, live drawing. either Phil or I will pull out of a hat or we might even pull out of a Santa hat. That might be pretty fun. One of us might come dressed up as Santa-ish.
Well, you got the beard.
I do have the beard. I mean, listen, just don't judge me if I temporarily dye it white.
You won't.
I won't, but I might.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
I don't know, man. It's got to be a wash outable. But anyway, that's the rules. This is it's an old soul. It's a straight bourbon, right? But it's a high rye. It's a high rye mash bill. I like it. I know Phil and I we each have a
lot of popular high ryes out there. Sometimes you don't even know you're drinking them. Wild Turkey.
Wild Turkey.
Wild Turkey's a high rye. A lot of people love Wild Turkey. Don't even realize it's a higher rye content. Definitely tastes like it, but
it is a store pick, so it is a single barrel. Joe and those guys have a really good reputation of picking solid barrels. I know every store pick I've ever gotten from him has been very good, so I figured why not spread the love. But yeah, guys, we're gonna announce the winner next week. We may do the episode a day early next week, just so somebody, if we pick a local winner, they got time to come pick it up and enjoy it. So you could be sitting at your Christmas party next week and enjoying a bottle of Old Soul. Old Soul is also from Cathead Distillery over there in Jackson, Mississippi. Met the owner a couple of weeks ago. He's a really nice guy. So pretty excited to spread some of that Christmas joy. So I guess without further ado,
get into the nitty gritty. The meat. Get into the meat.
Yeah,
what we got here?
Get into the potato. You can get into the meat.
Now I'll give you some meat. Right. Got you some.
That's good stuff, man. Calm down. Shall I start or shall you start?
I think you'll go ahead. You go ahead.
Let me see what we've got. Okay. That's a solid one. Old Granddad 114. This one did very well in our blind a few weeks ago. I think it may have even finished in second place.
Finished in second, yes.
Yeah, so it's the second show we're actually featuring this. It's funny because it's actually some Beam Suntory.
Okay. Well, when I popped it open, when you first pop it open, I got a little bit of nuttiness on it.
Familiar with that smell?
But very familiar with it. Big fan of it. It did dissipate after about a week or two of being open, though. And then that's a very cinnamon forward bottle to me. Cinnamon spice. Mm-hmm. But what makes this one really good is just that it's finish. Punches way above its weight.
It does. And for the price point, this may be the least expensive bottle up here. Maybe it's very close to another bottle that was also in one of our episodes.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about this is that I didn't know this. The original owner of Old Granddad actually named it such because he named it for his grandfather, who happened to be Meredith Basil Hayden Sr. So
that sounds familiar,
doesn't it? So yeah. So I mean, it's Jim Beam product, has a little Basil Hayden heritage to it, and it's actually a portrait of the old man. So
in that price range, it's hard to get that proof and that finish. So that's
right. So I'll drop this right here. We'll put this on the end right here.
So we're looking at about probably
between 25 and 30
bucks for that one.
25 to 30 bucks. And again, guys, this is for, if you're running out and you've got, Pops or Grandpa looking for, he's a whiskey drinker and you don't know what to get him. These are everything that we're going to pull out here is relatively easily available. We're going to
something they may have had or may not have had, but even if they had it, chances are
it's not going to offend anybody.
It'll be
it
won't be a disappointment to receive
exactly. It's not like going by whatever $30 bottle you can find on the shelf. This is actually tested. We've tested it. Most of this all has extremely high ratings. So, but that's what this whole episode's about is just kind of getting that last minute Christmas gift for that someone special for you. What are you rolling with, Phil? What's your next?
That one in our first blind finished second to the early times bottle and bond 100 proof. This one was actually so David Beam has a son, call him Jack Beam. David Beam's the brother of Jim Beam. He started this. I think Brown Foreman eventually picked it up, and now it is Sazerac.
Oh wow!
Barton 1792 distillery makes it.
It's got a lot of I guess heritage behind it, right? You're tied with Beam, Barton, Sazerac, which everybody here knows what Sazerac is.
Who probably most famous for Jack Daniels, probably. This is kind of a savory one to me. This is like a vanilla, maybe a little bit of fruit, caramel, lower proof, 100 proof. It's not going to hang around as long as the old granddad, but profile, I think, would kind of kick this over the top for us. Another one in the 25 to probably $27, $28 range.
This one's a little harder to find,
yes,
but it's still attainable. Like it's still, I mean, if you run through 5-6 different stores, you may find something like this.
And also, if for whatever reason you're watching this from out of state, it may be more readily available to you, because in some states this is probably a shelfer. So that's probably the two in our kind of lowest price range.
Price tiers.
To buy both of these, buy every time if you see them, 25
every time.
$30.
That's something you could stock into your shelf, even if it's for you.
Give it away as a dirty Santa gift.
Yes.
Next year.
No whiskey drinker would be disappointed opening either one of these on Christmas morning or Christmas Eve, whenever you do your stuff. I guess. All right. So right now we're at Old Granddad 114. We're at early times bottle and bond. I guess that would lead me to Bardstown Origin Series bottle and bond. This is actually one of my favorite bottles that I've had this year. It's wheated. It's got a distinct sweetness to it.
I mean, it's a lower wheat 12%, I think.
It is, but it's still considered wheated.
So if you like that wheated profile, but not overpoweringly
exactly.
This is a good one. It's like the early times. It's another savory one, so you're going to get like breadiness on it. Probably a little oak too.
This one's relatively. It's not easy to find, but I know 3 stores locally that have it on the shelf.
If you go to enough stores, you'll come across.
You will run across this, but all of these, like so this is part of the Bardstown Origin Series. So they have the white Origin Series. They have the green one, which is the rye. Isn't there a 4th one, or is there just 3?
I
think there's 3.
I think there's 3.
I think it's the white.
Rye. The white is a bourbon. It's a high rye bourbon.
Yes.
Also worth buying if you come across it.
All of
this one's $45,
$50.
Easily worth $45-$50. Probably more.
It's another one that hits above its weight.
If you said, $60-$70, no issue with that. Buying it at $60-$70. This is probably the top tier of the Origin series, I'd say.
I agree.
In especially if you like the more sweet and savory.
And if you're a Who Dat fan, black and gold. It would look great on any Saints fan's shelf. Right next to you put that next to a Saints helmet.
Next to your paper bag.
Right. Next to the paper bag and the black and gold Saints helmet. Man, they look awful right now. You know what? They got a win over a very, very amazing. Never mind. I can't even lie about it. Never mind. I tried. I'm doing the best I can, man.
I tell you what.
You can bottle kill that while we're sitting here, huh?
No. No, I'll probably just refill it with barrel Ambiorana and put it on my shelf.
I mean, listen.
I won't tell if you don't.
I won't tell anybody. That is without question the best looking Penelope bottle.
You and your teal shit.
I love teal, man.
Got a hidden bottle here. This one's special.
I see that.
This one is.
Those colors are awesome.
This one's special because it's homegrown.
Homegrown, baby.
Branch, Louisiana. It's a rice and crawfish farm.
It's got.
And they just let's just make some some friggin' whiskey.
Right,
and
why
they
not?
did.
We'll do it in the off season.
And this one's very good.
Yes.
Very good. Another sweet profile, I think. Recently saw a review where they said, I didn't pick up on it originally, but the nose gets a little green or like a sour apple candy. So when I smelled it again, like a green apple Laffy Taffy almost.
No.
Oh yeah. Get on a sniff.
Holy smokes.
And
it smells like a green apple airhead.
It's a rice whiskey. So that's probably adding to the sweetness. So it's kind of like a
Louisiana rice too. It's actually if you don't know, most people from here know that Louisiana is known for its rice.
Is that what it's known for?
It is. They have a lot of rice farms out in Vermilion Parish.
This one punches you in the mouth a little bit when you first have it. Kind of like a crawfish.
It's got a big proof, doesn't it?
121.5.
Is that the highest? Yeah, that's the highest proof we've had up here yet.
It's not a. I don't know how old the whiskey is in it. I'm gonna say probably in that 5 to 6 year range.
And this is their single barrel cask strength, isn't it?
This is their cask strength. Harder to find. You'll probably find just their regular
white
label whiskey all over. Right now, these are generally, for the most part, store picks. Maybe they're all store picks. I don't know. But there are some store picks going around right now. It's not going to be a yearly, available all year round. You're going to have to be on the hunt for it whenever they get dropped. But right now, at least one or two have dropped. So right now would be a time to look for it, especially if you want a little Louisiana flair. Something somebody might not have had yet.
So yeah, the Louisiana flair, it's got Pelican's colors in it, kind of minus the red, blue and gold. So you put that right next to a Pelican's decor. I think I got a Pelican. No, that's the Mardi Gras.
I originally bought this because I like the bottle.
I like the bottle's cool looking, and so I just like those colors together. The blue and gold look really good together. So I guess my next pick would be this is one of my favorites.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's
good.
I appreciate you bringing Jesus into this because that's what we're celebrating next week.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is Middle West Spirits. This is the Dark Pumpernickel Straight Rye.
Okay.
It's a 4-grain rye, which it kind of gives it. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago on one of our shows that I think it'd be fun to have a rye mixed with a wheat. Well, little did I know, I finally looked into it when I was doing a little bit of prep work for this show. This actually is a wheated rye. So it's not something that you hear very often. It's got dark pumpernickel. It's got that soft red winter wheat. The same thing we were talking about with the makers last week. So you've got wheat, pumpernickel rye, sweet yellow corn, and 2-row barley. So
I can tell you're a fanboy.
I am a fanboy of Middle West. If anybody wants to get me anything for Christmas, Middle West. I don't know, they got 6 bottles maybe, and I like 5 of them. But no, this is another one that's in that $60 range. You can get this between $45 and $65. This happens to be a store pick, and it actually was a pick of the New Orleans Bourbon Festival. So that one ran me about 165. 100 was that 125, 124 proof?
124. So it is now your new highest.
So that one just bumped the Meleck for the highest proof.
Oh, by the way, the Meleck's about probably $60 or so.
If I had to say, if you're drinking them at a Christmas party, these two would kind of give you, and maybe the early times kind of gives you that Christmas spice taste that you're looking for, right?
See, this one's reminded me of like it hits you in the mouth, a little spicy, like if you're almost eating. I think the first time I had it with some crawfish, and it just my palate didn't know what to do. This one, I feel like I get a little chocolate on it. Chocolate.
I can get that.
Like the spice kicks in on the end. Kind of that rye spice kicks in on the finish.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's got not like a milk chocolate, but like a.
You can definitely get that pumpernickel taste to it. Like you can get that dark taste to it.
I just mess with my mic.
I know. I can't wait to see if that's gonna crackle in the video.
Leave that in.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's crackling.
Oh, it's
Leave
crackling.
It in.
Yeah,
leave it in.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Way to go. I can't wait to get you a boom mic so you can stop messing around with the microphone.
We'll be sure to get you some Middle West T-shirts and
oh man, listen,
hoodies and pullovers.
I would wear it, hoodies, but mainly the whiskey. It's another one, black and gold, right next to the Saints paper bags and helmets. But it's again, any one of these bottles so far, you can't go wrong with.
Okay, let's see. I got another one down here. Let me grab the shaft real quick. Ah, got it.
Wow, man.
Buzzards Roost Cigar Rye.
That's a good one.
Now this is kind of a stand-in for all Buzzards Roost, especially their rye. I think their ryes are kind of their standout. I don't think I've had any ryes from them that I didn't enjoy.
Same.
This one's very tobacco forward on the finish. So if you know somebody that smokes cigars, get them a couple cigars, put this one on there. But if you see any one of these in the Buzzards Roost lineup in their rye lineup, just smoke barrel, just their normal straight rye.
Their straight rye is very good. The cigar rye is very, very good.
Well, what they actually do, and you might notice this when you have it, is they season their barrels for 18 months.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's I think standard's probably about 6 months. So these tend to be a little oakier, toasted, a little toasted on the profile. So you might get a little more oaky, like charred oak. I noticed that particularly in the smoke barrel. But every Buzzards used to have is kind of had that after oak on the after taste.
I've always found, like what you're saying, the Buzzards I found the oak to be on the end of the palate.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like some of your other stuff, like your Elijah Craig 18, it's all the way through the palate.
And I would just assume that to be the result of them seasoning their barrels longer. So this is also MGP. So it's matured in their own barrels.
What's the proof on that one?
This one, 105 proof.
105. Okay, so that's like a nice mid-level. Like I find, I mean, obviously I'm more into the higher proof, like the 110, 120 range.
Mm-hmm.
Anything over 100 for me, 100 and up is kind of the sweet spot I find for most whiskey drinkers.
This one might feel like it's drinking above 105 just because of the spices in it.
Because of the rye.
In the tobacco. It's just going to drink a little spicier.
Yeah.
So it might feel like it's more than 105, but it's...
I remember when you cracked that open the first time and we had that, I mean, even the neck pour was solid.
It tasted... The taste on the finish was just straight tobacco. And that means it's perfect for a cigar.
So that one hits,
aka cigar rye.
That one hits the $75 price range.
About $75.
Yeah, so you could probably find most Buzzard Roost between $69 and $80. You know, I don't know that they have any that go higher than that. I didn't look into it, but I know if you're looking for a good gift that's kind of your price point, you really can't go wrong with that. And then now we're going to bring out one that I'm excited about. It's a very good one. This one's going to touch on the over $100 range. This is actually $155.
It's probably going to be the 150 to 160 price range. So this is our 100 plus. Not always available on the shelf. It has become more available lately. It is on the shelf right now if you want to get that more expensive option as a gift. That is Found North Batch 8.
Found North Batch 8. This is an 18-year-old bourbon.
18 to 26-year blend. And that is Canadian whiskey.
Canadian.
It's blended Canadian whiskey, 18 and 26-year-old. This one's a Madeira wine cask.
Is this one? Cask strength. But Found North, and we've had a few runs of the Found North over the last few months, and none of them have disappointed.
Now, this is probably one that you want to open and let open up a little, because with high age, you're probably going to get high oak profile initially. That'll simmer probably a little bit at the end. This one, probably due to the Madeira cask, gets me a little like red fruits, some spices to it. High oak. When I first had it, I'm gonna imagine the oak's gonna die down a little bit, just due to the opening up.
Put that on the other end. Put that away. We have so. I guess kind of to recap, over here you're in the $25 to $30 range. You kind of bump up into the $50 to $60 range, $60 to $80 range, and then down there over $100. Right. So if you're looking for a bottle over $100, you 100% cannot go wrong with Found North.
I mean, you're talking 18 to 26-year-old.
You don't see it.
Whiskey.
That's Scotch age.
For $150, $160 bucks.
That's in theory, because generally Scotch ages that long, right? I mean,
no, good Scotch does.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A good Scotch ages for 18 plus years. So you're talking about a bourbon that's aged.
Yeah, this isn't your grandpa's Canadian whiskey.
No,
it's not Crown Royal.
It's not Crown Royal. And no offense to Crown Royal, but when you're talking about a $25 bottle, I don't
mind offending Crown Royal.
Yeah.
Especially that green apple, whatever.
Oh my God, dude. Somebody gave me a bottle of that a couple of years ago. I'm like, dude, what do you want me to do with this? He goes, dude, it's terrible. I don't want it. I'm like, well, I mean, I can use this as an air freshener, I guess.
Why don't you just put it in a barrel and age it 25 years.
And then sell it for like $400? Okay.
Delicious.
Right. If you say so.
And then give it to...
Do you have any particular favorites on this list? Like, if I were to get one of these for you for Christmas, which one would you lean towards?
Oh.
Obviously we both had all of these. You know which one's my favorite, so I don't need to say it again. But I don't think you know which one is my second favorite.
I'm not sure I know which one's my favorite, but is this one your second favorite?
No comment.
Okay.
Yes. The weeded bottle of bond Bardstown is my second favorite to that. And again, I mean,
if you're getting me a Christmas gift, I want you to spend as much money on me as possible. So Found North.
But again, would you be offended with any of these bottles?
No, I want to put any of them up if I would be offended by them. That bottle and bond. To me, the bottle and bond's like a little step above the early times.
A little step.
Little step. That early times punches above its weight in flavor too.
It does.
It
does. I'm not hiding that. I just don't know. I don't know.
Cost me $26, and I'd easily pay more for it.
Yeah, I would easily pay more for it, but I think given the choice for me, I have to lean towards the Bardstown.
Well, yeah, I'd said the Bardstown was a little step up from it.
Right.
So I would rank that higher. It's been a while since I've had this one. Hold on.
Oh Lord. Buzzards Roost, man, I like it, dude. My uncle gave us some. I don't remember which one he gave. Was it the straight rye that he gave us?
Pretty sure it was the straight rye.
It was delicious, and it's kind of like, you know how you say the barrel rye is like the epitome of rye. Like that's like when you think
a rye.
Yeah,
but when I think of a rye, that's what I think.
But that's
Hatch 4 barrel.
Well, that's how I feel about the Buzzards Roost straight rye. Like it's a rye's rye.
Like I'm on the golf course. A cigar.
What does golf have to do with
when I smoke a cigar? That's good. Oh, I'm gonna say probably this Buzzards Roost. After having it in that bottle and bond there, this one not really fair.
It's not
really fair.
But I feel like it still can compete with these.
Well, it can more than compete with it.
But what I'm saying is, like, you're talking about a bottle that is 4 times the price of this one.
I know the last batch I had of this is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. This opens up anything like that. Yes. This is a no-brainer, best one up here.
Okay.
It's now you're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah,
but it's a no-brainer.
I've seen it for as little as $155, and I've seen it as much as what, $179.
It might get up to one. I mean, it's just.
It is allocated.
It's one of those bottles that might fetch secondary prices. So you might pay more than MSRP for it.
I did find out that it's allocated. So
yeah.
Most of these stores are only getting 2 or 3 bottles of it. So,
but I don't know if they're starting to produce more batches. Maybe it'll become more readily available once they start pulling more from the.
Isn't that kind of your thought on the Rio too? You think they're gonna produce more of it?
I don't know if I know they're going to do batches. I mean, they might be on batch 2 already. This might be a batch 2.
I think that says batch 2 on it. Batch 02.
It says batch 23902. So this is I don't know if it's going to become more readily available.
September, if I had to break that apart, just guessing, it's batch 2 of September of 90, I wish.
2023.
2023. So September of 2023, batch 2. That's how I would read that code, but I don't know if that's correct or not. But
I don't know, and therefore I will not give my opinion.
That's the fun thing about opinions, man. It's not a fact.
My opinion is it's delicious, and that's all that matters.
I like it. I'm glad I got to try it. Thank you to my cousin, by the way. I'm glad he literally sent a quarter of a bottle home for us to enjoy last night and bring onto the show today.
It's all the way from North Carolina,
all the way from Charlotte. So, man, Charlotte, I wish we had the.
What did I say? North Carolina, huh?
Yeah,
I said North Carolina.
Yeah,
I just make sure.
Even if you said South Carolina, I'm just going to go ahead and assume you said North Carolina. But I'm pretty sure you said North.
You said
whatever. North Carolina. Actually, to be technical, I think he lives on the South Carolina border. He lives in South Carolina, but I think he can almost like jump across the street to North Carolina. We need to make a trip.
Don't drink and drive.
Do not drink and drive, guys. Anyway, so that's kind of a wrap for this week's feature. If you want to put that on the end over there, just so we can have a nice pan out shot. And I will put I'm going to add into the end of this where we'll do a close up of all of these bottles so you can see what we're talking about. And then don't forget tomorrow, the 16th of December, Savannah Discount in Marrero is doing an allocation drop from 8 to 2. We're going to be there. You can come check us out, come meet us, talk to us.
Super famous.
Super guy. And look, Phil will autograph your rear end if you ask him to.
It's true. I will.
He will. I'll bring a Sharpie, and I promise I'll have a Sharpie with me.
Don't think I won't, because I will.
I know you will. That's
nipple to nipple.
Nipple to nipple.
Nipple to nipple. I'll sign. Shaft to crack. I don't care. I don't charge much.
I'm not editing this out either. Shaft to crack. Just know Phil is okay with signing shaft to crack.
Hey.
So
$20 is $20.
$20. This is free, man. Like you are a celeb at this point. Yeah. So I'm gonna finish on a good note. Early times.
You slammed the shit out of that.
Whatever. Guys, listen. Don't forget about the raffle. Like the YouTube page. I'm sorry. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Like this video and comment in the bottom, Old Soul. That way we can know who to enter into the raffle.
It's quality. That's quality pour.
I'm glad I poured it before you sucked on the top of the bottle. But anyway, guys, Old Soul, Cathead Distillery. Good bottle. Going to go to a good home for the holidays. We'll catch y'all next week. And
not Merry Christmas yet.
Right. That's what that's kind of the pause that I was waiting for. I was going to say, no. It's a little too early. We still have one more episode before Christmas. We are working on some really cool stuff going into next year.
I can't wait to find out what that is. I have no clue.
I know you don't. And you do have a clue. You know exactly what the one I'm particularly talking about. It's a very polarizing bottle. I'll leave it at that. It's probably one of the most polarizing bottles in all of bourbon. And I think just me giving that away, everybody's gonna know.
Middle West.
That's not polarizing. That's polarizing between us.
It's good. It's good.
Whatever.
It's good. I enjoy it.
I'm glad.
It doesn't make me want want to, you know, touch myself.
I mean, I don't touch myself either.
Not in public.
Of course not. For sure not in public.
It's good. It's good.
All right, guys. Catch y'all next week.
Put me on the spot.
Sure, your mic's on.
I believe it is. I'm gonna forget all this shit.
So, you know, I think we've got the Bardstown down there. We have the $50 selection, but they also have one for $150.
Shh. Secret. We're hiding it for
shoot.
a reason. Cut that.
No, I'm not cutting
Yeah,
it.
you gotta cut that.
If I'm cutting
Secret.
it,
You can't tell them what we're having before the reveal. It's the whole point of hiding them.
Man, I gotta start over.
We don't have to start over. You can literally just cut that. Put me on the spot again.
So,
Just let everyone know our show sucks.
our show's new.
God
We had 70.
damn it.
70. Okay, we can cut that part out. Anyway,
Put me on the spot. Go ahead.
No.
My dog's getting
I
active.
don't
You
care
can
about
leave
your
that in.
fucking dog.
Leave it in the video. Yes. God
Your
damn it,
phone.
Eric. Not. Let's bring some real life into this shit, man. Bring some real life into it.
You shouldn't have bought a fucking $8,000 dog that you don't
It's a
keep kenneled up.
$1,200 dog.
Go put him in the kennel.
Put me on the spot.
I'm just trying to like.
Jake, lay the fuck down. See, this is quality video. Jake, lay the fuck down. God damn it. Jake!
I'd really like to finish this show.
Wow. You just made this real.
I did make this real. Where was your arm?
No clue.
This fucking dude here.
It's okay to edit. Jump cuts.
I fucking hate you, man.
Get
Aim.
Eric that crown apple.
What?
That's what Chris Frank said.
No, he
No,
didn't. Wait, how the fuck would Chris Frank know about the crown
it's
apple?
not. Someone posted a picture of that crown apple. Put me on the spot.